Okay, still new at this. Trying to see if I'm actually live. Let me know if I am. Trying to see if I'm actually live. Cool. Let me know if I am. Looks like I am. If you can hear my audio, welfare check. That is a Pontiac, Michigan kind of thing. So, I am live. Okay, cool. Radical. I just jumped on here really because my internet's been kind of iffy. I wanted to make sure I could go live with this new setup. I have a cool stream, a cool idea that I'm gonna do live at 6 p.m. tomorrow on a certain person's channel, which I can't announce until in the morning. So I want to make sure my stuff's working for them. Make sure we can have a good show. Boogans 4K. Hey Boogans, what's up, dog? How you doing, man? Let me know if the audio is good. You know, this is only my third time ever going live. So, you know, I know I have the right mic because I bought this with the pop filter for the Video Days podcast, which me and my good friend Nick Baker had at one point before the show kind of ended for personal reasons. Just don't know the level's good. Sounds good. Looks good, brother. All right. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. So what's going on, everybody? Haven't smoked all day. That's nice. Even though it's a weed pen. Weed pen. If my employers see this, let them know this is a tobacco pen. You're watching Dolly Dearest? Let me know what you think about that movie. Want to get a certain opinion about it, because I bought that I bought the Vinegar Syndrome copy. I swear I had the slipcover, man. I feel like that's one thing that makes me trip out. I swear I had that slip, but I don't. It's pretty fun. That one scared me more than any fucking Killer Dolls movies. Like Child's Play never bothered me. I always had fun with those movies. Some of my favorite to this day. But for some reason, Dolly Dearest scared the shit out of me. And when I rewatched it, besides that scene when she was dancing in the little baby clubhouse, the little girl, and you could see the doll moving, the shadows, that was pretty scary. But other than that, that movie never fucking bothered me, man. Wasn't too scary. I bought it last week, Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray. Yeah, it's good for what it is. I don't want to spoil too much for how far along you are in the movie, but not the most kills and not the best kills. But, you know, that's a very creepy doll. It looks more which one of my favorite doll movies, Dolls. You know, it looks more like a China shop doll, if that makes sense. You know, more like a porcelain doll. So that shit would scare me more than Chucky. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't want to spoil too much for you, man, but there ain't gonna be many more than that. Atmospheric. It's fun. I think the moving the whole family. The plot's fun. What is it? They moved the whole family down to Mexico or something like that. I like the idea of this creepy doll factory and everything is kind of fun, but Just an okay movie, in my opinion. Not bad. Not bad at all. Uh, that's what Vinegar Syndrome does pretty damn well. You know, they put out pretty damn good movies, or no, not damn good movies, but like they put out some stuff that if they weren't released, they wouldn't be put out through anyone else. And same goes for like their partner labels and everything. The actress from Pet Cemetery's in it. I never put two and two together, honestly. I'm not the biggest fan of Pet Cemetery, honestly. It's one of my weakest Stephen King movies. I mean, Zelda is crazy as hell. The scene with Gage is upsetting, but like, truth be told, I've never seen Pet Cemetery Part 2. I know that one has like a dog dying and everything. I'm just not a fan of like animals dying. So I just watched this last night. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie. I know the only way you can get the Blu-ray of this movie is like through one of those Paramount, Columbia, Columbia picture sets on 4K. I know the Blu-ray is long out of print, but honestly, this one I grew up on, like a teenage angst movie and everything. What up, Goraphobe? My dog. Uh, yeah, just testing out this fucking internet, man. Making sure it works right. What have you watched recently, Boogans? Like I was saying, SLC Punk, man. Like a couple friends who have to fight through the system. At least they think it is. You know, this is so like poetic. It's like sometimes certain movies I love the fact of like when I can watch a movie where there's like a kid that is the main character, and then as you get older, you can kind of relate to the adults later on. And this is one of them, like SLC Punk, in a strange way, because like maybe not like from a kid to an adult, but like as like an older adult, like I can kind of like see the holes in this and everything. But like great movie, 4 stars, 4 to 5. Damian Lillard, great performance. I just think like it's a bit choppy between a lot of the scenes that meant a lot to me when I was younger. Maybe like once I seen it, once I got older, you know, I just kind of questioned some things. Like, but the ending with Heroin Bob, if anybody's ever seen this movie, it's a great movie, great independent film. Eggman rocks cultures. I hope you had a rockin' Saturday. You goddamn right I did, man. I'm glad you had a. I hope you had a rockin' Saturday too. I mean, it wasn't too eventful. You know what? I slept in pretty late, worked second shift, kind of hung out with the family. We cooked some brats, some beans, and everything. Smoked a lot of seeds, weeds, depending on who you're telling. You know, don't forget to like. Don't forget to hit the likes, guys. Thank you, man. Gorophobe is right. Gorophobe's good dude. Uh, he's definitely right there. Like the video, like the channel, leave comments, go to his channel, check it out. Good guy. I love seeing this shit too, man. You guys talking with each other. Just doing my thing, man. Just doing my thing, man. Gorophobe, I love the way you spelled thing. Thang. Do my thing, man. Maybe like a reference to Dazed and Confused. Good, just chilling. Chilling like a villain, my man. Have you seen Megan? And is you ready for Megan 2.0? I have never seen Megan. I'm such a pretentious prick when it comes to horror movies. I don't really like anything past the year 2010. So maybe I need to start giving more things chances. One of my favorite YouTube channels, Dead Pit Radio, they praise Megan. So I feel like at one point I have to check it out. Because, if those guys are going to say Megan is good, Dead Pit Radio are the best. Everybody post a link. Do it. Post a link to whatever you want, man. You guys, if I was in this scenario, I might like post a skate video part or something. Ardo sorry and Flip sorry. But Eggman, Rocks, Cultures, that's a pretty fun name though. I'm not a agoraphobe. I'm not a big on a lot of mainstream horror. There are some expectations though. I went to public schools. Sorry guys. But hey, 12 minutes, my internet's working. That's pretty cool. But having the biggest fucking issue, man, it pisses me off. Like, I hate streaming, but makes me happy cable companies are dying. Because when they were the only people in town, they fuck up, you have no choice. So fuck them. But Goraphobe, honestly, man, like there's some stuff I want to see more than others. But I hate to say it, man. Like, if I'm not that interested in a horror movie, like say Nosferatu, I didn't jump to go see it because I knew what has changed. Like, though I want to support the theater game, going to movies and checking shit out, it's like, you remember when like it would take like 6 months to get like a movie out on DVD? Now like Nosferatu came out like a month and a half, 2 months after on 4K. So it's like, if I'm not that interested in the movie, I'll just wait for it to come out and I'll buy it then. Hate being that way, but dude, I still haven't watched The Substance. I don't know why, but like I'm not the biggest body horror guy. I like a lot of body horror when it comes to like Hellraiser 1, 2, and 3. I'm a big fan of Reanimator and the whole trilogy, Street Trash, and Slime City are really good, but like not my go to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love good gore, I love good blood and all that, but like just not like pus and all this shit coming out. So it can be rough a little bit sometimes. Killer Pizza, what? Killer Pizza, watch. What's that about? Man, I never heard of that before. Beginton. Sounds like I went to a restaurant and fucked up my order. The Substance goes way beyond body horror, though, man. It's great character study. I heard a lot of people like comparing it jokingly to like Death Becomes Her, which is a really fan favorite movie of mine. as a kid. I know those are both completely different, but at the same time have a similar story involved in them. I always liked Death Becomes Her because it reminded me of the movie Clue. It was like kind of fun. It felt like a board game come to life, which Clue is fucking amazing. The Shout Factory, I believe, did that 4K. It's one of the greatest movies ever made, one of the best comedies. When what's his name? Oh my god, how can I Tim Curry does that whole reenactment of the whole movie, dude. Nothing's better than that. LOL, not really. Okay. I'll assume this is it's made like it's made by the chick that made Revenge. Okay. Is Graveyard Shift any good? I think I'm going to buy it on the 4K. In my honest opinion, I think you would be good with Scream Factory Blu-ray. It's an okay Stephen King adaptation, but I mean, there's not much that you would want to like put in 4K, in my opinion. I mean, if you want to buy it, I'm never gonna disrespect Kino Lorber because I think Kino, at this point, besides Arrow Video, when it comes to movies they put out with restorations, I think they put out the best stuff. But I don't think Kino, I don't think Graveyard Shift needed an upgrade. You got a lot of good actors in there, a fun story, but like the most you're gonna see is just like a bunch of people sweating profusely. I think you could stick to the Scream Factory release. I have not seen Revenge. Well, I've seen Revenge a lot. WCW versus NWO for one, but Graveyard Shift, that's different. Decent. Exactly, it's decent. Decent at best. It's a 1990s silent horror movie. Well, that's pretty interesting, man. You know, I wouldn't mind checking that out. I like some stuff. Obviously, look what we're talking about, man. Like that sounds pretty cool. Uh, I've been in looks for like a TV VCR recently. I have a VCR and a TV, but they don't seem to connect the right way. I'm trying to find. I got an adapter coming tomorrow for like to put the one VCR I have working with this HD TV right over here, and I know it's not going to look like how I want it to look, but it'd be kind of fun to watch some of these old VHSs and everything, at least for now. I grew up skateboarding and everything, in case you guys didn't know, like, how interesting, right? You know, and I was thinking about today, like, I have this VHS tape, like, what I'm getting at is, like, I thought about this earlier today. I have a disdain for all these young kids that have their phones out recording everything and just, you know, you got to live in the moment. You know, like for example, like when I get to a grocery store and I go to walk in across a little way from the parking lot to the front door, you'll see like a teenager, and right when they go from the parking lot to the store, they go look at their phone. I go, why would you look at your phone before you cross the street? And then I have the criticisms of like recording everything. So like I went to the final NoFX show in Detroit last June. I didn't record shit. The next day or two, I looked it up. Somebody recorded it for me. You can see me in the damn crowd. So like I don't get this recording shit. I think you should live in the moment, but at the same time, what I'm getting at with what I was saying before is I have so much video footage of like me, like when I was like 10, 11, 12. I was the one in the neighborhood from with like the garage sale dad cam and recording a skateboarding, doing jackass stunts that got popular at the time. So like it's kind of hard for me to like disrespect these kids out there doing the same thing. 'Cause it's like, would nobody have had their camera phone out during Woodstock if there was a camera? And like, if I had an easier way to record shit, would I have recorded shit? Because I already was recording so much shit. I think that's why like I'm on here on a microphone, involved in the film industry, pro wrestling, YouTube, all the stupid shit. Brad Dourif from Graveyard Shift, isn't he? I don't remember it being a minute since I've seen it. Yes, Brad Dourif is in Graveyard Shift. Another film that shows how fucking great he is, along with Exorcist Part 3. Revenge is a French horror film done 2023. Okay. I feel a bit pretentious. So, somebody send me the trailer. I'm down to watch it. I definitely am. I got so much shit I want to watch. You know what I mean? Eggman, I respect you horror people, but I am more in robot culture. That's cool, man. I mean, Terminator Part 1 is technically a slasher movie, right? Tell me that isn't, Time Cop, Time Cop's about to come out. RoboCop, one of the greatest movies of all time. RoboCop 1, 2, and 3, a very consistent trilogy. I'm into science fiction, man. Let's put it this way, Eggman. I put my science fiction movies with my horror movies just like I put my socks on every day, with gratuitous gore. No, one at a time, all the same. I love sci-fi, love horror. Damn right, that is pretty cool, man. Any new or upcoming releases are you getting? Shit, man. Shit. I'm really holding out because like I got a couple like Comic Cons coming up. I know Agoraphobe is going to be at the one on the 19th up at Static Tape Video. When I visited that big video store, they're going to have like their day there with like the new store, the new location in the mall with Linnea Quigley is going to be there and everything. And like I can drop like a good 500 every time. Like I seen my buddy there dropping photos of Static Tape as they're moving, like what they got coming in. It's like, man, I could use Hell of the Living Dead on 4K. I seen them bringing copies of Commando on Blu-ray, which I don't own. Surprisingly, it's like, shit. It's gonna be rough, man. Agoraphobe. Come on, how much money you plan on spending at Static Tape? Plus, I got Astronomicon the 6th. Transformers, all of them. I actually have a buddy who's redoing all of the original Transformers movies, and he's re-uploading them on YouTube in like the right format, the right speed. I was just talking about this with my buddy there, Ken Dick. He's a pro wrestler in the Midwest, the Great Akuma. He's got a YouTube channel where he reviews toys and everything, but he was like re-uploading these Transformers movies and everything, if that's what you're asking. I mean, I got to put my boys over, you know. I don't even want to think about it right now. Hey, Gorpho, dude, luckily the VHS tapes he sells are pretty cheap. Like, he had a copy of Dolls for $40, which he makes. Everybody check out Static Tape Video. Facebook, YouTube, uh, Instagram. Because, like, he did a video about this, too, about how he was selling tapes at a cheaper price. And he'll ship, too. It's the greatest video store you'll ever see in the Midwest, and he's moving to a new store where he's going to have the motherfucking record store he owns connected to it. Linnea Quigley, everybody's going to be up there. Everybody's going to be up there. Scanners, The Brood from Second Sight, yeah, from Grindhouse recently. Are you going to get the Grindhouse release of the Beyond, I think I'm gonna skip out on that, man. I think it's a little overrated. I like the set though. Megan Companion, Ghost in the Shell, Pacific Rim. These are all new movies, Eggman. What's up with you, Eggman? You look wild, bro. Got a bunch of tattoos and shit. I'll take your advice. Just don't hurt me. I don't mean that to poke fun or nothing, man. I'm just having fun in general. I would like a day where I could like play hooky from work. In like I don't know where you're from, Eggman. If you got like a place where like you could pay like $5 for a movie on Tuesdays. I think it's AMC out here in the Midwest. I want to like call into work one day and just like take a day and just like see 4 or 5 movies. See how many I can watch before I want to leave. Fulci's The Beyond went on pre-order yesterday. Yeah. I'm good. I am good. I think it's rated. Or overrated, I should say. Think like what was it? Hell at Manchester, Morgan, Mortuary, whatever. That's underrated. What team you on? Team King Kong, Team Godzilla? I mean, I'm neither here nor there. I didn't really grow up on like the Japanese movies. If you know the pro wrestler Buddy Bojack, I always fuck with him because he grew up on Godzilla. I'd be like, I can get away from Godzilla. I can go left or right. Get away. He goes, no, we'll catch you. I go, I'll just swim underwater. I just fuck with him, try to be funny. But I probably hold more of a sentimental value to Godzilla. But for some reason, I think like isn't Godzilla or isn't King Kong always played as like the baby face in a lot of these? I think I might go King Kong at this moment. Fulci is the man. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how good Italian movies are in general. It's like American movies. Crazy to think American movies are the best. Notoriously, American movies, Italian movies. Probably the most popular after that would be like Japanese movies, right? But they're really fucked up. Nick B, what is up, my dog? How are you doing tonight, my dude? Bookings, how much is the Beyond 4K? Dude, I feel Agoraphobe could tell you better than this. Steve said 76. Yeah, I was gonna guess $60, so I guess $76. They all reboot movies. Robot or reboot? Robot? Yeah, I mean a lot of robot movies. I think if I wanted to make a movie, it would be a robot movie, maybe. Or maybe I'm just retarded and I read the word right. After shipping 76 motherfucking dollars. I just seen this shit come up the other day about like about the fucking Mario set from what was it, Second Sight or Umbrella? I think Umbrella? Where they're one or the other. Where they were saying $70 for this big ass set for Mario Day. And it's like it was Umbrella because you had to pay the $30 shipping. So like I love that fucking movie so much, but I'm not about to pay like $100, $110 for that just because they throw a fucking fancy price on it. Like special deal for today. Guess what? The deal's gonna be even fucking better when it's not worth as much fucking money because you can't sell. You have no clientele to buy the product you want to sell. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have something people want. I don't like the consumerism of like I hate the holidays in the sense I hate Black Friday in a sense because it makes everybody go crazy and want to buy shit they think they need. Yet everybody jacks the prices up on top of the matter and it makes you think like you have to go out and buy something like this. Like think of like deals after Halloween. Like, oh, I can buy this whole bag of candy. And look at me, guys, I love candy. But like, oh, I buy this whole bag of candy for this much. But you don't need the candy. You don't need the fucking vegetable fucking container. You don't need the fucking shake maker on Black Friday. So you're spending money you don't need. So there's no deal there at all. So why spend your money that you don't need? Which I don't know what point I was getting at, but the fact that I buy movies and have shelves behind me, I'm the biggest hypocrite on that point I was trying to make. I just think like when it comes to consumerism and like that type of shit, man, I think it's fucking lame. Like, I digress. Okay. Okay, so somebody get me away from this. I was going off the rails, but you guys know what the fuck I mean. Like, I just think some stuff's kind of fucking lame these days. That is myself getting older. I'm not gonna lie. Nick B, what movie you watching tonight? I'm not quite sure, man. Honestly, I've been. I mean, I kind of just wait, like, see what kind of happens and everything, like, with what I'm in the mood for. Because there's so many times I want to watch like horror movies all the fucking time. There's so many like winter themed horror movies that I've been needing to watch, like The Shining and stuff like that. But I kind of just wait for the moment. That's why, like, if you follow me on Letterboxd or anything, like, a lot of times I end up watching comedy movies. But I mean, I got a handful I want to check out right now. Maybe Happy Gilmore because it's coming out soon. What about you? Oh, gotta take a piss. I mean, some 90s shit too, like Revenge of the Nerds, I was kind of thinking about, or like Rad. But excuse me, guys. Take a piss real quick. Shit, I got the biggest stack of movies next to me right now. For future videos. So sorry for having to exit the arena. Okay, so Nick B thought about watching Friday Night 2, never seen it. Hope it's good as the first. Honestly, man, there's a lot of movies that are kind of like sought after in physical media, whether I give my opinion on it or not, that you can watch on YouTube. Like, I'm sure that's where you're probably watching it, Friday Night Part 2 on YouTube. I know the other one, Prom Night 2, that's on Tubi. You can watch that anytime. Then there's like movies like, what is it? It's not Hell High. It's Cheerleader Camp. I think that has one of the best like covers of all time. Like the girl, the skeleton, the cheerleader outfit. That's free online. And there's kind of like it's a non-horror movie in some ways. What is that? Like the one where they're fighting at the summer camp. Summer Camp Nightmare or something. That's a pretty damn good one too. Oh hell yeah, man! Shit, send me a copy, bro. Send me a copy. 97 Evil 2. I've never seen that one. I actually only got halfway through part 1. I just didn't really like it, if I'm being quite honest. Yeah, it's crazy, man. The fact like Florida, they have like tornado warnings in Florida. Like how many of you guys are from the South? I feel like one of you guys told me where you were from last time, but like I'm from Michigan, and the fact that I hear like there's tornadoes in Florida is a trip for me, especially like when today we might get a tornado out here. You know what I'm saying? Like in I wouldn't say it's common, but I wouldn't say it's rare. I'd say it's at least uncommonly rare to the point that I have no change in my personality when I say like there's about to be a tornado, but okay, Georgia. Like bees from Georgia. Yeah, but like weather changes, man. It's just like it's a trip. Like this is how desperate I am on my live streams. Nothing more boring than the weather. And Killer Pizza all of a sudden, yeah, Killer Pizza was smoking a pen and just talking about the weather in Michigan. Like, my bad, guys. I'm trying to be funny with the ship. Like, that's our biggest thing we get around here. We don't get floods in Michigan. Our storms ain't shit. I might throw some trees around, some tree branches. That's all we ever had, but tornadoes. And it gets a lot worse. I remember I lived in Florida at one point, and the first time I seen like a storm in Florida, like fucked me up because I was like, God damn, this shit's vicious. Like a scary storm. And then like to hear like you can have a hurricane and everything, earthquakes on the West Coast, like where's the one place that has the least natural disasters and no taxes? Like Vegas, they have earthquakes, right? It's like boulders and shit. I live in how do you say that? Wedowee, Alabama. That's pretty tight though, bro. Uh I know Alabama's got good ass football. I'll give you that from a Detroit guy. But depends on the preference, I think Georgia and Alabama would be pretty cool to live in. I mean, I live right outside the city of Detroit. It's like I like it because it's what I know, and I have a lot of connections here. Like a lot of the promotions I wrestle for are in the Michigan area, up north, south, whatever. It's like Detroit. Okay, so Detroit isn't as ghetto as you would think it is, especially if you're somewhere in a range of Metro Detroit. But at the same time, if you're used to Metro Detroit and then head into actual Detroit, if you're not going to see a concert or like, because the downtown scene in Detroit is pretty nice. I think my point is like, you can claim Detroit, but if you're Metro Detroit, you'll notice the difference when you get into actual Detroit. And though I think it's fine, someone from Georgia or Alabama comes to Detroit in our good areas, you would like it, but like what's normal to me might not be normal to you guys, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's fucking what it is, man. It is what it is, man. So I originally just went to get on here to test my internet because I'm going to be on a pretty cool show tomorrow, but I can't announce it yet. Is weed legal where you live? Yes, but don't tell my boss. Yes. I live in Michigan. Weed has been legal for going on 6.5 years. It's the same as smoking weed, or it's the same as smoking weed. It's the same as like drinking beer. You can't smoke a joint in your car, like you can't drink a beer in your car. And if they deem you to be too high, leaving a friend's house like they would for your percentage in beer, that's where they'll get you. And can't do it in public, which I'm okay with. There's kids out. I had somebody talk to me like recently, like about this right fucking here. Actually, I have the shirt right here. If you guys see my Terrifier unboxing, I showed the shirt off and I said I can't wear this shirt in public. And somebody talked to me and said, "Why? I wear mine." And I respect them. They watch my channel just like every one of you guys. Like anybody that watches my shit, me rambling on, me talking, like it's so fucking cool to me. Like that you would just support me and everything, especially with these live streams. But I showed the shirt off that I got, and I'm going to a convention in 1 month. I'm going to be going on, okay, so it's March 15th. I will be there April 4th or 5th, Saturday of April, to meet Damien Leone and David Howard Thornton. Look at this shirt. See that shit? And whoever was talking about this, man, like you're cool, man, But like respect the fact that I don't want to wear that shirt in public. Because look at this shit, man. God damn. It's blood and guts everywhere. And the guy gave me a good point. He was like, if you're a fan of horror, you should support horror. For one, I think the shirt from Umbrella is pretty fucking cheap because you can tell from the camera, even that it's that printed on plastic. I work in the indies and wrestling. I've seen shirts like this before. It's going to peel off 6 to 12 times in the washer. And I respect the guy's opinion telling me like I should wear this in public to emphasize and appreciate like my love and horror. But like, dude, there's kids around. I'm not going to, even if a shirt said fuck cancer, which I believe in because fuck cancer. I don't want to wear a shirt with the F word on it when like a little kid could be like passing me by on like Subway. So why wear a shirt with like brains and shit scattered like that? Because, like, I grew up at a young age watching, like, UFC and Faces of Death with my mom's boyfriend. Like, if I had a kid, I wouldn't be showing him that shit, man. Keep the innocent mind innocent. It's like, why? I'm I'm going off now, so my bad. Everybody having a rocking weekend. Let me know your favorite bands in the chat right now, too. My favorite band of all time is The Clash, followed by NoFX. That's cool. I'm not sure what you're talking about, man. I was rambling on. My bad. Cool, but probably get some looks. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't like to wear that type of stuff out, man. Like, wearing some shit. It's like, fuck this or fuck that. Like, it's kind of ghetto. Faces of Death is messed up. Yeah, like, I just found out, like, my buddy's brother just told me, he was like, oh, the monkey bashing scene isn't real. But I heard my whole life it was real. I don't have much memory of watching it. But, like, same reason I've never owned. I don't have Cannibal Holocaust in my collection. I refuse to own it. I won't own that. The Clash are good. Boogans 4K. Damn right, man. My favorite band. London Calling is my favorite album. It's good stuff. NoFX was at least my favorite current band. Oh shit. Who's Nick B was asking what I was gonna watch earlier. I've been really wanting to watch Heathers. I've never seen that before. If I find one, man, I'll look for it. I'll buy a handful of copies. I'm not one to like resell shit, but I'd send you one. I don't really want to own a copy. I mean, I have Denchromatic 1 and 2. I don't plan on watching anytime soon, but I do own them. Oh. I'm going to have to get off here soon. My computer told me I had like 10 minutes left. I do have like my brick charger I could grab. That's what I was looking at. So some of you guys know, like, my heel was really messed up, was really hurt, but I feel like I'm pretty close to being back to 100%. Well, maybe not 100%, but all right, still getting new at this. You doing anything good tomorrow? Not really. Not doing shit. To be quite honest, like I said, I've had this heel injury that I dealt with in the past July, and I felt close to okay, good enough to work Friday, but I knew if I took Friday off, then had, the weekend off like I normally do, I could come back Monday, like, feeling close to 100%, enough to, like, do what I do. I have a secret stream. It's going to be going on tomorrow on someone else's channel. I'm not allowed to say anything right now in the stream, unless they're in here right now and they want to announce it. But until then, I'll say something in the morning. pretty fun stream, but just chilling. And unless a tornado wipes my house out, chilling like a motherfucker, as they say. You work long shifts, my hours. Where'd you go, man? You work long shifts. My job is 10-hour shifts. So my shoot job is I work in a lumber yard at a manufacturing company. We have new ways of doing things. I've worked there 6 years. And for the most part, in the off season, we work 8-hour shifts, at least in my shift, second shift, 3 to 11:30. And depending, you can have time off or overtime on that shift. And then a lot of times, because we get trains in on Saturdays, there's always the opportunity to work, anywhere from just a 2-hour shift, come in real quick and help, for pretty much any range. And that's all overtime. And then in the summers, we work 48 hours. 4 10-hour shifts, Monday through Thursday, and then an 8-hour shift on Friday, and sometimes a half shift on the weekends. But it pays good. It's I don't want to say it's some grunt work, because a lot of people don't last, with what I do, at least at my job. It's simple enough that a monkey could do it, but gives you enough that you have to be aware and put puzzles together the whole time. So just the right amount of level and physicality and time to listen to podcasts and zone out. I dig it. I dig it, man. Yes. Discount lumber. Sure do. Sure do, Nick B. We do get discount lumber, but you guys see I can switch the lights on all this shit? Blue. This is like when I'm mad. Like, There's a green on this. I wish it would look way cooler. Yeah, I could build some Blu-ray shelves, but I don't know. There's a certain kind of, like an Amazon. I'll just buy those. What is up, my dog? Gateway Driver 420. You sound like a cop. Are you a cop? Gateway Driver 420 with a G. It's like when someone tries to differentiate light blue Gatorade and dark blue Gatorade, and they don't even include blue cherry. You're cool by me so far. Blue's good. This one's like a fucking rainbow going on right now, man. This is like a lighter version. Yeah, I kind of like the blue version the best. I think I could get a couple more or something that had multiple. I like how Garrett on Born to Be Rad, or even Mel on My Killer Podcast, have like that light behind them, and Creepy Kentuckian too. I think that's one. That's purple, but that'll work for now. Damn it, Bobby. Thanks, my dog. It looks a lot darker. I feel like the two times I've used it, except for right now. Ugh. I probably am gonna hop off here pretty soon. So like I think I just sat there for like at least 30 seconds not saying nothing. If anybody's got some last minute questions or anything, like shoot them my way, man. Like I got the stamina. I'm ready to keep talking, even though I just froze up for like what was that, 30 seconds? You ever been to Flint, Michigan? Yes, I'm in Flint, Michigan all the time. Actually, my best friend, tag team partner in wrestling, one half of the Cream Street Mafia, Nick Baker, lives in Flint, Michigan. So, yeah. I don't know if you're in Flint, Michigan or anything, or you're just asking about the water, because, yeah, that's still a problem. But Flint, Michigan is one of the areas that can compete with like Detroit or Pontiac, Michigan when being like dangerous or ghetto, if like anybody ever wondered. Like, I mean, I don't have no problem not like sound like I'm tough. Like, rule of thumb, if you go to Detroit, you're gonna be good because you're going like downtown, bars, Comerica Park, all that shit. Little Caesars Arena, concert venues, the Fillmore. But if you go to the east side of Detroit, you're gonna you don't want to be down there. But for the most part, Pontiac is like a smaller, bad side of Detroit, which is close to Oakland County, which is in Oakland County, so isn't as bad at times compared to the worst parts of East Detroit. But then at the same time, you got Flint, Michigan, which overall, like, if you know how to act, it's pretty straight. But like, I wouldn't want to live there. And I have a lot of friends that live there, actually. But I used to wrestle there. One of my first home promotions in pro wrestling on the indie scene was in Flint, Michigan. But like, I wouldn't worry too much when you go into the gas station or nothing or the liquor store. Just as long as you're not weird about it or a pussy. Yeah, I'm always hearing about water problems there. Yeah, it's still bad. It's still never really been fixed, which is pretty fucked up. Just how it is, I guess. You'd think it'd be fixed by now. That's where a lot of like auto shops are still located out of too, like around Flint. So it's kind of like, let me put it this way: there's productive areas in Flint when it comes to work. It goes from that to super ghetto, and there's no nightlife or nothing. You don't want to go out in Flint. You can go out in Detroit all day long. Shit. If you're going to Pontiac, Michigan, that's all that shit is Monday through fucking Sunday. People just in the streets hanging out. All right, well, 30 seconds till an hour. The internet went well the whole time. Can't believe that. Thought the shit was going to go out the whole time. So I may or may not be on like a secret channel tomorrow for a competition. But I'm not allowed to announce it.